My shoulders are taking turns with horrible pain and restriction of use. Anytime you have pain and issues in both sides, they're either both occurring at the same time, or you get it in one and then that seems to do better and then you get it in the other, but they're pretty much, you have issues on both sides. That is typically somehow related to your neck or your spine. And so if you have, we're gonna go with rotator cuff injury in a shoulder, like that's pretty much consistent to that shoulder. You don't get them on both sides at the same time. That just doesn't typically happen, short of a major accident. You're definitely looking at that neck. Now, I love the NUUCA is the upper cervical treatment. There's a lot of chiropractors who use it. I think that is great. It is so good for your nervous system, your brain health, coordination of things. I love that you're doing that. Keep doing that. A couple of things that you can look at from a mechanical standpoint is where is that tension at with those shoulders? If we've got something that's both sides and we've got numbness and tingling, that just means that there's irritation to your nerves. And when you're hypermobile, there's research that shows that we have more small nerve fiber firing and more sensitivity. So you get to feel pain more acutely. It's lovely. But you want to make sure that you are not inadvertently straining those nerves. And how you do that is if you are depressing your shoulders. And I'm telling you, there's an awful lot of hypermobile people with really depressed shoulders. They're constantly stretching them out. And why we do this is because we get these big muscle spasms in our upper trap. And because everybody goes, well, your upper trap is tight, we go, okay, stretch. So now everybody's stretching and stretching and stretching, and then pretty soon, like our shoulders are down by our ribs. So we got to get our shoulders back up so that way you're not putting a ton of compression on those nerves, because that'll make it tingle right into your fingers. First thing, take a look in a mirror, and really, your shoulders should be pretty much straight across from the base of your neck. So if you're seeing a giant slope coming down like this, get them up and get the pressure off of that. Secondly, muscle spasms in your neck, in your back of your shoulder, can all cause numbness and tingling down into your arm. Heat is really good for this. So you can do your rice bag heat around your neck, along the back of your shoulder, and shorten it up, not stretch, not pop, and see if that calms down and see if that actually helps make that feel better. Movement-wise, you can do one where you kind of actually have your arm hanging out on top of your head, not a stretch, just hanging there. It shortens everything up in here. And so sometimes you'll find that'll really help for temporary relief until you can get some of those muscles back under control. But that would be an option, and you can do that both sides. And then posture. If you've watched some of my other videos, you've probably heard me harp on posture, but it is so important if you're hypermobile. If you're doing the I'm gonna use good posture and you're extended back here, you are putting extra stress on those nerves. And when we have pain, a lot of times we're trying, we're doing everything, and you can get yourself in these bad positions and everybody looks at you and goes oh great, you're standing up straight, you got your shoulders back, that's wonderful. But if your shoulders are behind your hips, that's a problem. You got to bring them forward, get them back in a good position. And so then that way your head can come back, shoulders forward, everything lines back up, the system is much happier. And then breathing, that was the last thing I wanted to mention, is make sure if you've got numbness into your arms that you are breathing from your diaphragm, not from your upper chest and your neck. You've got to check in, make sure you're getting that lateral rib expansion so that your ribs are coming out this way and you're breathing down here, not belly breathing, just belly going out, but actually breathing here and not breathing all up in your neck. Because if you breathe up in your neck, then all of a sudden all of these muscles are now working 20,000 times a day to help you breathe. That is not going to let them calm down and feel better. So check in on that piece as well and see if any of those kind of pieces match up or fit for you. And a lot of times you make those small adjustments, you give it a few days, you kind of stay with the adjustments, and you see that sensitivity start to improve. Remember, for anybody who's got arm, hand, numbness, tingling, pain, better, it moves up your arm back closer toward your neck. If it's getting worse, it is traveling farther down your arm into your hand. So that can help give you some feedback to you on, am what I doing making it better, or am I making it worse?